Hello, welcome back for another STEAM event here at Chula Vista Public Library. My name is Miss Jackie. I'm so happy that you're still with us and you're out there. And to kind of just break away from the homework and the norm, I thought maybe I'd present a little fun project at home, kind of showing you, demonstrating the laws of physics by making your own little pom-pom popper. So I'm going to show you the end result, what the things you'll need, and then I'm going to explain how it works, how the physics works. So what I did, as you can see, you have some basic materials that you may find at home. Now I know you probably have a bunch of empty toilet paper rolls. You got it, because if they're flying off the shelves, they've got to be emptying out somehow, right? So hopefully you can find an empty paper towel or empty toilet paper roll, some duct tape, balloons, regular Scotch tape, construction paper, scissors, pencil, some pom-poms. If you don't have pom-poms, maybe some marshmallows, some styrofoam balls. And you'll see as we go through, you can be as creative as you want with this, and you can learn a lot more, test the whole theories of the laws of physics. So before we go on, I'm going to show you how the end result will be. So I was just having fun making my little popper, and whoa! Yeah. So you want to try that again? All right. So how does this? I'm sorry, parents. You're probably going to go crazy with all the kids popping these pom-poms at each other all day, but it's a little fun thing. So 3, 2, 1. All right. Okay. So what does this all mean? Well, I don't know if you've heard of him, but Sir Isaac Newton was a scientist that lived many years ago, probably over 300 years ago. And he developed, or he not developed, but he learned about motion and came up with 3 laws of motion. The first of which, objects that are at rest, meaning not doing anything, are going to stay at rest until a force makes them move. So in other words, like for me this morning, I would have so much loved to stay in bed, my rest, but you know what? There was a sister who pushed me off the bed, and so therefore I would have stayed in rest until I was pushed off the bed. Yeah. Or another part of it is if an object's already in motion, it's going to want to stay in motion until something stops it. Like maybe as you saw the popper go through, the air kind of stopped it from its flight. If we were in outer space, I guarantee you that popper would still be going till the end of time because there's no air up there. So that's kind of like the first law of motion. What happened was we took the popper, and the pom-pom, it doesn't want to move. It's like, no, I'm kind of happy here. I'm kind of happy here where it is. But you know what? The balloon is saying something otherwise. It's like, no thanks. You're out of here. So it pushed it and forced it. So when you go to do this project, it's from Little Bins for Little Hands. We'll set up the link, and you're going to create with the toilet paper roll, decorate it however you want. You're going to take the balloon, and you're going to wrap it around the end of it, and that's the force it's going to be. Okay? Okay, Newton's second law of motion, law number 2. An object will go faster with more force. Okay? And so as you can probably imagine, the smaller the object, the less force it'll need to make it go faster, to accelerate. And obviously bigger objects probably need a little bit more force to get it going. So play around with it. We can try it. I don't know, this is my first time here, so we're gonna compare how far these orange little balls go, okay? So I'm gonna try the little one, the smaller one, and I'm gonna try and use the same amount of force with it. So I pull the balloon back a little. Well, as you can see, it just went to the end of the table. So here's the bigger one. Again, I'm just gonna try as much energy. So it didn't go as fast or as far. I'm guessing that's because this thing needs to lose a little bit of mass. With COVID, it was easy to probably gain a lot of the weight. But that's his second law of motion, okay? Hang on tight, and I'm gonna explain the third one. So law of motion number 3. For every reaction there is for every action, there is a reaction. For instance, when I fell off the bed and hit the floor, okay? So the action is to fall off the bed, hitting the floor. So it took the same amount of force for the floor to force me back up. So although it probably felt a little bit harder hitting the floor than falling off, but the action of falling, there was a reaction of the floor kind of pushing me back up. So what's going on here, the action is when I put the ball in, so the amount of force that I'm going to use, the action of the balloon pulling, the action of pushing the pom-pom out, the reaction is that's the same amount of force that the pom-pom is having to get pushed back itself, okay? So on the count of 3, the pom-pom is like, no, I don't want to go. The balloon is like, well, too bad, you're going. And it went. Okay? So again, parents, I apologize. You're probably going to have a bunch of pom-poms, marshmallows, who knows what is going to be out there flying all over the house. But you know what, kids? Play along with it. Maybe you want to put more than one pom-pom. See what happens. I would put a bullseye. Put a bullseye on the floor. See who can hit the target. See who has the longest, most accelerated pom-pom to go out there. There's a lot of fun with this project and to help you learn more about Newton's laws of physics. I didn't pay much attention when I was in school, but I tell you what, I would have had a lot more fun knowing this stuff was around. Thank you again, and I hope to see you soon. Take care. All right. Okay, so it's a very simple project to put together. So with your materials, you can take your toilet paper roll. In this case, somebody had already painted it, so that's fine. You can do whatever you want. Yeah. And you can draw on it, color on it, and then you're going to take your balloon. The balloon is, you cut very simply, you just cut the tip off, and then you just fold it on the end of the roll, just like that. And you kind of want to get a tight, there we go. You kind of want to get a little bit tight around it, you know, so it can fit really snug. And then you take your duct tape. Now I use plain white duct tape, but you know, the choices are limitless, are endless. You can make some leopard prints. The whole idea is to make sure you have that balloon on there nice and tight. Now you have your launcher ready to go. You take your pom-pom, you stick it in there, and you pull back. This is the force. Again, here's the force of the balloon pushing the pom-poms out. Nice. And play around with it. I don't know. Let's see what happens when I have a whole bunch in there. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Yeah, see? There wasn't enough force to push out all those pom-poms. So anyway, I hope you have a lot of fun with it. It's very easy. Continue going on our site. Again, we want to thank Little Bins for Little Hands for helping us out with this project. Take care, everybody. We'll see you soon.